purpose, it was hard. I couldn't keep up. I could barely talk to my mom. It was just a really panic mode all the time. And I was like, okay, I'll just connect. I'm just gonna connect now. I'm gonna do it later. I want to pull my hair right now. I can't do it. So years passed by, and it got harder and harder. But then it got easier. My youngest became 6 years old, and now I could take showers easily. And I could do other things. And I could, as time passed by, things got more and more time came in my plate. But I made more and more new friends. I was no longer that person that was 10 years ago. I was changed, and I didn't keep up, and now the connection's lost. And I'm trying, but it's not happening. To the point where I really valued this friendship so much, so I tried so hard. I would go to the park, and I'd be like, okay, the kids will be busy, and I can take that moment to connect. But how are you going to connect when somebody's like, mama, mama, every 2 minutes? And you're just like, I have to forget it. Then I'm like, okay, you know what? I'll put them in a class at the masjid or something, and I'll take this moment where I can connect. But they don't want to go to that class anymore. I'm like, what? Why? Every time I try to find a way to connect, there's a disconnect. And trying and failing. I think somewhere along that time, I just gave up. I didn't purposely give up, but yeah, I forgot about the friendship until there was this one day, right? Reality has to come to you. So I don't remember, because of how the whole thing played out. The last part has such an effect on me. I can't remember where I was or who I was having this conversation with, and even what we were talking about. But I think it was my son. I was asked the question, oh, really? So what are you going to do in your grave? What would you be doing in your grave right now? That was a question that was asked. And without thinking, right away, the words came out of my mouth. Of course, I'm going to be with my friend, the Quran. And as soon as those words left my lips, I felt this guilt and this shame come over me, as if the Quran was on the side saying, really? Didn't you just abandon me? And now you're thinking I'm going to be your friend in the grave? Seriously? And I could see all that in that moment, as if I could see myself at night. Now I have time, but I just want to relax right now. I'm tired. I just want to get lost in a different world. So I'd rather just watch a crime show. I want to do my Sudoku puzzle. And as if the Quran is saying, didn't I take you to a better world? That was real. That was better. And as if I'm like, not right now, go away. And in all of this, I think that the truth is, when I was sitting in that moment, I could say I have time, but I don't and cannot have excuses. So my 2025 resolution is to be BFF with my Quran again. And I have heard somewhere that if you go and declare your goals, then somehow they will come true. Let's try. So whoever the organizers are, 2026 January, if I'm alive and if GenerAction Jam is there, I'll be there to tell you all about my new best friend.
Thank you, Afreen, for the inspiring art and motion. Our relationship with the Quran is very important. It brings a lot of barakah in time. And one of the best ways to start is the morning and evening adhkar, at least those ayahs, because not only does it protect you, but scholars have said that adhkar or dhikr in general, whether it's the Quran or just general remembrance of Allah, it will give you energy and also be a source of protection. Alhamdulillah. So our next performer is Rawan Imad with poetry. Rawan, are you here? Alhamdulillah. Okay, well, we'll just move her to the end, inshallah. Mariam Shehzad with poetry. Oh, no, sorry, not poetry, story with the video.
I guess you were so tall. But... Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah. So this story is going to be a little heart-touching. It's about one of the people I wanted to meet and connect with, but subhanAllah, it didn't happen. So as I grew up with the religion that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed me with, I always think about how to live a life that is not a waste. It's not just growing and glowing, graduate and get married and khalas die. I want to do something more than just a regular life that someone may have. To live my life for Allah in the path of Allah and to die on His way, to do something for the Ummah, something great. And then one of the things that crossed my mind was perhaps I can work towards having my own charity organization that can help the Muslims all around the world, like raising orphans, building mosques, helping families, and so on. And because what is greater action than to help my brothers and sisters in Islam? And the sadaqah jariyah that will continue after I pass away. SubhanAllah, my favorite Sheikh Bilal Asad, was coming to Houston for an Islamic event at Clear Lake Islamic Center. And a charity organization had a table there called MATW. Now, I have seen this before on social media ads, but never knew the story of how this started. So sometimes in the middle of the program, a brother was working at MATW started mentioning about this brother called Ali Banat. He started this beautiful charity organization called MATW, meaning Muslims Around the World Project. And as he's keep talking, I'm thinking that I found the one who I can speak for, who I can ask for tips and how he started, because that's the same thing I wanted to do. And how can I do something similar? There should be a way to talk to him at some points. So I think I started looking him up on the internet, and subhanAllah, I realized that he was diagnosed with cancer and passed away on May 29, 2018. So the MATW project, or Muslims Around the World project, is a global Islamic charity founded in 2016 by Brother Ali Banat. It operates over 30 countries, focusing on providing humanitarian aid and support to communities in need, like in Palestine, Syria, Lebanon, Somalia, Bangladesh, Nigeria, helping orphans, widows, and families impacted by the ongoing conflict, and so on and so forth. So I thought if I can't ask Brother Ali about some tips on how he did it, maybe I should share this legacy tonight and his final message released after his death. If you would like to donate, search MATW project, and you should be able to, and we will see his last message after he passed away. Thank you.
A little video clip for all the followers that have supported me from day one and come on this journey with me since day one. May Allah reward all you guys, and inshallah you continue to support BLMATW, inshallah. Well, the first thing is a little piece of advice to the brothers and sisters. As you see, in this life, we had the cars, we had the money, we had everything, alhamdulillah. But subhanAllah, a lot of people during the period of when I was sick, they'll send me messages, brother, you're guaranteed paradise, brother, you've brother, you've done so much for the community, for the ummah. But subhanAllah, it's not worth just the simple blessing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us, like waking up in the morning and being able to walk to the bathroom by yourself. So these things slowly got stripped away from me during the last of my life, alhamdulillah. Wallahi, some of us don't get that chance from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to know when we're going to pass away. Some of us, and a lot of us, just pass away suddenly. You've heard many stories where brothers and sisters have died in clubs or overdosed, whatever it is, subhanAllah. So during your life, brothers and sisters, just try to have a goal, try to have a plan, try to have a project that you work towards, even if it's not you personally doing it and you're funding someone else's projects, just do something, because wallahi, you're going to need it on the day of judgment. And for the brothers and sisters that are chasing this life, one of my advice to you guys is, this life is becoming, before we used to say 5 years ago, 10 years ago, certain things were happening. Now it's every month things are changing. Tell you, Allah, we're following our desires more than we're following Islam these days. We're just going to be careful, because wallah, it's not a joke anymore. Our kids are getting affected. Everyone's getting affected. Wallahi, sometimes I used to just sit on my bed and cry, because I just wanted that support from people. And then subhanAllah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brings you people that you've never thought they'll be a part of your life, or friends, or you didn't even know they existed. When I used to travel, I used to meet certain people. A lot of them actually went out of their way to come all the way from Dubai or the UK or wherever it was to come to actually visit me when I was sick or in hospital. That's love for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. No photos, no nothing like that. Just come to visit. 14-hour flight just to see if I'm okay, subhanAllah. So for the people that are out there that are sick or worried or stressed, come out, I say to you people, don't worry. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will send you people that you never expected if you really need someone. You just have to have trust and tawakkul in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So a little advice for everyone out there. Inshallah, if you can inspire 1, 2, 3 people to do something, remember when you're in that grave, inshallah, that you'll be getting rewarded for everything they've done, for the people they've brought to Islam, and inshallah that'll help on the day of judgment. So always try to have a project or a plan that you're working towards in this life, inshallah. Inshallah that'll help us in our grave and in the hereafter. Jazakallah khairan wa assalamu alaikum.
Subhanallah. It's easier to just hold the mic. Yeah, may Allah have mercy on Ali Banat and grant him the highest of paradise. Ameen. Health, time, and money. Those are some of the biggest blessings we have, right? A lot of times people think, okay, once I get a certain amount of money, I will donate it to charity. But you see, charity is not just what you give in money. If you don't have the money, at least give it in time, whether it's making sandwiches right before +1 on Tuesday that we give to the homeless, or outreach in the barrio on Sunday, making food for the homeless. There's a lot of ways to help out people. And this video made me think about a parody of a song that I wrote, and I'm not prepared to perform it, but the biggest message in that parody was, our time's gonna come, so leave behind a legacy, or will you die with none? So our next performer is Mona with her poetry. And what's an amazing fact is, surprisingly, she's friends with the feature's wife. And they just randomly found out recently. Alhamdulillah.
She's my mentor.
She's your mentor, subhanAllah.
I'm actually going to remove this.
Okay.
Yeah. And then can I move this way? Thank you. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. How are y'all doing? Alhamdulillah. Okay. Before I start, I want to just give a shout out. This is such a safe space. There have been all women performers here, and each story has been something that is super vulnerable, super personal. So I want to thank the organizers, the MC, everyone here coming tonight. Just give them a round of applause, because it's hard. It's hard to create spaces like this, especially in this country. Okay. So last time I was here, I read a dua and a little bit of writing. So this isn't really a poem. This is another dua that has been resonated with me recently. Ya Hayyu Ya Qayyum برحمتك أستغيث أصلح لي شأني كله ولا تكلني إلى نفسي طرفة عين. This dua was narrated in Sahih Hadith. The Prophet ﷺ said to his daughter Fatima, "What could prevent you from listening to the advice I give you? You should say in the morning and in the evenings, Ya Hayyu Ya Qayyum, برحمتك أستغيث, أصلح لي شأني كله ولا تكلني إلى نفسي طرفة عين." This dua roughly translates to, "O ever-living, O self-sustaining and all-sustaining, by your mercy I seek help. Rectify all my affairs and do not leave me in charge of my affairs, even for the blink of an eye. Ya Hayyu, O the one who is alive, he is the origin of what it means to be alive and has made us as human beings live. The one who is Al-Qayyum, to stand up, to rise up, to ascend, to become high, to begin, to start, to come, to pass, to arise, to set out, to be ongoing, to exist, to be founded, to be built on, to undertake, to carry out, to manage, to straighten out, to exact, to make righteous, and to make upright." Allah tells us that He subhanahu wa ta'ala is in the lowest part of the heaven, in the 2/3 of the night closest to us humans. But it's always night somewhere in the world, so He's actually telling us that He's closest to us at all times. SubhanAllah, He really
because we never knew if she was telling on us, if she was snitching to my dad, or if she was reading Quran. Because the second he gets home, she'll go, Yasin! We're just in the back praying. We're like, Wal Quran al Hakim, Wal Quran al Hakim, please keep going. For some reason, she never read that surah. It was all. He was always calling my dad. That's cool. You guys watch the news? You guys see the Elon Musk situation? What do you think about that? Okay. Did you mean that sarcastically, or are you with the ADL? It was an awkward gesture. Listen, this is what's crazy to me. You can't say from the river to the sea, you get canceled for that. My man was pointing from the river to the sea the whole time. It was an awkward gesture. I have a solution, you guys. I think I know what we should do. And you guys, mashallah, some of you are involved in da'wah. I think you need to, this is what I think you should do. This is like a new approach. We need to get all these Americans to use the shattafa. The bidet, I think, listen, that's why they're angry all the time. That's why they're starting wars, bro. Just walking in crusty pants the whole time. They're uncomfortable. 2 weeks into the bidet, this country is gonna unite. The red and the blue are just gonna come together and form a purple. Just, it's the shattafa, you guys.